Shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone while I learn this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect out there scattered abroad, pushing this truth on the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and freedom to do so. It's a brother Tazamak coming back with a quick lesson. I'm going to call this lesson, The Lord Will Preserve Us. Okay? Because the Lord is in control of it all. Okay, the Lord is in control of what brothers might have to taste death, which brothers are gonna get delivered without death, who's gonna rule, who's not gonna rule, who's gonna pass this executive order, who's not gonna pass that executive order, when World War III is gonna start, when the MO to the what is gonna be declared, what next pestilence is gonna take over the world, or pestilence. I'm trying to say it plural, Salakia. But, which other pestilence are going to come, because they're saying it's a resurgence of the okay? So, regardless if brothers got to be martyred for our faith, the Lord is going to have us be able to subdue all things, including death. And the dead Yahweh Shai is going to rise first, okay? So, I'm going to be going into how the Lord's in control of everything that's going on, even keeping brothers safe in the time of trouble. Okay? Because right now, you're seeing the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble. And when Jacob's trouble fully breaks out, it's going to be crazy. Like, a movie can't even depict it. If I told you, because we tell you, prophesy about it. Even us prophesying, it going, we let you know what's going to happen, but actually seeing it, you're going to wish you would have got right. And the Lord is going to provide things like this for us, say, even more comfortable, so to say. But this is just an example. Say we want to run from Esau 2 days. Okay, the Lord prepares a meal for us out there in the wilderness. Okay, because the Lord fed us when we was in the wilderness during the exodus out of Egypt. Okay, with the manna, Moses struck that rock. Water came out. So the Lord is going to do miraculous things again for us. And I just got this picture as a depiction of something. Maybe some shelter for the night. You got you and your wives on the run. Provide some meat for you, like he fed Elijah with the ravens. Some water, clean water. Some good meat while everybody else is dying in a famine. Remember, the Lord is in control of everything. Okay? Everything. Even the women that come across your path during the time of Jacob's trouble. All right? He's not going to send you a sexy red to assist you in that day. What benefit is she going to give you besides a smart-ass mouth? Okay? Even the troops is going to be on the move, right? Looking for brothers. Okay? Well, the Lord can have it to where they miss your crib. He turned the military captain's mind. Hey, let's not go down 6th Street. Let's go down to 7th, 8th, and 9th. And then we're going to come back to 6th Street maybe a day or two. That give you, brothers 2 days to get themselves together. The Lord send you a dream. So the Lord's in control of the bad stuff that's going to happen and also the good stuff. And it takes faith to believe that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started in the book of Proverbs, the 21st chapter. Here we go. So this is Proverbs. I'm going to go to Proverbs 21. Let's start at verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turned it whatsoever he will. So the king's heart, meaning the king's mind, okay, is in the hand of the Lord's. All right? And it says he turned it whatsoever he will. So the Lord is controlling these devils' minds on what's about to take place. And he's even going to let them, roll on us, because Revelation 12:12 is in effect, because we are going to be tested before we get to the kingdom. But we're expecting it. The Lord told us to gird up our loins, to prepare our mind for the things that are to come, and this being one of them. But like I said at the beginning of the lesson, the Lord is going to preserve us. The Lord is going to keep us safe, okay, during the time of trouble. Even if some brothers got to be martyred It's not going to be all the 144,000 or the 1/3 total. And it says, every way of a man is right in his own eyes, and the king is referring to, like the modern day presidents, okay, or the rulers of these lands, because some of them go by these weird names, the minister of China and all this stuff, right? Xi Jinping, I think that's his name. They got the weird ass heathen names. Anyways, Proverbs 21:2. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord Yahweh pondereth the hearts. Because you got these devils like Donald Trump making these humongous decisions. I'm going to sign Executive Order 548 tomorrow to stop EBT. I'm going to, he just said today he's going to give it 2 weeks to where if he decides to bomb Iran or not. Who do you think is in control of that? Okay, the elites are giving his orders. Who the elites get their orders from? Because the Lord controls Satan, man. So every order that Donald Trump is getting is coming from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I'm going to see if I want to bomb Iran in 2 weeks. That's not his choice, man. He's the puppet out there. Okay, the Lord is in control. So it seems right in his eyes, like, all right, I'm going to sign this, I'm going to sign it, I'm going to sign this, I'm going to sign that. That's how all these presidents and these leaders or these rulers think. Okay, but the Lord is moving the chess pieces around and controlling their minds, man, to make the decisions that's going to lead it to prophecy. Okay? I'm going to go to this next. In the book of Daniel. 4. And a good example is, of the king's heart being in the hand of the Lord is during the time of Cyrus. When the Lord put the spirit on him for us to rebuild, for us to rebuild the temple. Because he was a heathen king. He didn't owe us anything. Just like Donald Trump, he don't owe us nothing, right? Well, in the kingdom he is, because he's going to be one of the brother slaves. I might want to rent him out for 2 days and let me get down on him for 2 days so I can work his ass to the bone. I don't know. But, the Lord put the spirit on Cyrus, which was a Persian king, to commission a rebuild of the temple. And that was all of the Heavenly Father. I'm going to Daniel 4 and 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. Okay, you see right there it says it. And give it to whomsoever he will. So whoever the Lord decides is going to rule, it's the Lord's decision. And it set it up over at the basis of men, the lowest, which is Esau. All right. So guess what? Who's going to rule this? The mighty men, the elect. Okay, Yasharallah, we're ruling next. Okay, we're going to rule the world of righteousness. I'm going to get this precept next in the book of Isaiah. So Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things. So you see right there, because it's going to be bad stuff happening. And you're going to have people, please, please, Jesus, 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 Buddha, Buddha, Virgin Mary, Seventh-day Adventist, all this other crap that they believe in Jehovah, which his name is Yahweh. They be calling on all these different idols, all right? And they don't have a clue that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is the one that commissioned all this evil to happen, all this bad stuff to happen. Okay, and then on the other hand, when you have the good things happening, what's going to be happening for the elect at that time, it's the Lord commissioning that as well. The Lord going to have angels guiding us, feeding us, But Jay get us so twisted, I laugh now because it's all hell coming on the earth right now. Not fully, but it's getting there, right? And the first thing Jake always want to do is, my God, what am I gonna, The black woman losing jaws left and right, crying. Okay? From the smallest, minute, bad thing that can happen to an extremely bad thing that can happen to on the other hand, the most minute good thing that can happen to The best thing that can happen to you is all of the Heavenly Father. You hit the lottery, I mean, it is what it is, man. That money got demons on it anyway. A $30 million lottery, get that to a nigga and he's gonna smoke it all up. Okay? The only time that people want to reverence the Lord is when they're doing bad. When they're doing good, you don't hear the Lord. You got a new Mercedes Benz, that's something to thank the Lord for. That's carnal, man. How about having a car to drive in general? You know, not trying to get off the subject, just Jake be making me sick. So call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahshai for all these bad things that are taking place, for the darkness that's consuming the world. You know, and Jake like darkness. They like being in that confused, stupid ass state, being wicked. You know, the darkness that's coming, Jake is gonna be mourning, looking for answers, not having hope, not having faith. Okay, they don't have hope or faith now. It's going to increase our faith with the things that are taking place, but it's going to diminish Jake's faith. The niggas out there, the 2/3 out there. Okay. I'm going to get this next. I'm going to go to the book of Ecclesiastes 8. And I'm going to go to 18, Ecclesiastes 8. Oh, 8, Salakia. There's no man that had power over the spirit to retain the spirit. Neither had he power over the day of death. Okay? And you got these rich people, I'm worth 100 million, 200 million, and they think that they could, even the elites, the bankers, better example, okay? The Rothschilds. Didn't Evelyn just die? Queen Elizabeth just passed, and they had all the money in the world. They don't put it on Forbes list, you know? That's to make niggas feel good. I'm worth 10 million. That's to make niggas feel good. Stroke your ego, right? So the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Oppenheimers, the Waltons, what's some more? I'm thinking of the rich family, the rich families of the world. They even got a Moabite family too that's in there. I can't remember their names, but they demons, you know. So all these families, they got all the money in the world. They put tons of money to try to research how to become immortal. No amount of money can give you that. Okay? The only person that can make you immortal and turn you into a god is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know, it starts off with the spirit. It'll start with the bank account. Okay, yes, 130 million. Well, let's make him a god. If that's the case, they would have done it a long time ago. You know, that's their goal. So all the shit that they do is not going to save them. When it's your time, it's your time. And you go appear right before the Heavenly Father. You know, that's a whole other lesson. But that when you die, you go back to the spirit world. You appear before the Heavenly Father. This is Ecclesiastes 8:8. There is no man that hath power over the spirit to retain the spirit, neither hath he power in the day of death. And there is no discharge in that war, meaning that there's nothing that you can do to prevent yourself from dying. Okay, what's that other demon's name? The Rothschild. He died. He had a heart transplant. You know, he stole it. Just took somebody's heart out because them niggas is demons. A professional hit. I think his name was it's not Jacob. It's another one. I can't remember his name, but he died. And he got to live a little bit longer because he got a heart transplant. But again, there's no discharge in that war. If it's your time to die, it's your time to die. Okay, and pretty soon we're going to get to obliterate all these devils with Obadiah 1 and 18 taking place in the kingdom. You know, before that, we're going to work their ass to the bone. All right, and it says, neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it. You know, and it says that because even with all these wicked rituals that Esau does and the rest of these heathens do, okay, all the wickedness they do to please Satan, to keep the riches, to keep that lifestyle they live, it's not going to benefit them because, okay, yeah, you sacrifice babies to Molech, you did molested, hundreds of children, you did got it over countless men and you're a man, you did X, Y, and Z, but that's still not going to deliver. You did the Anton LaVey pass? Did the Aleister Crowley die? Did it like the people I named earlier died? The Rothschilds? Some of them? You know, Evelyn and Queen Elizabeth. She's not a Rothschild, but I'm just throwing it out there. Queen Elizabeth. You know? So they want to see this enterprise come to life before all of them go, but the main point is they don't have power over the spirit. That's one thing they get pissed about. Like, what can we do? What can we do to preserve our life? And the only person that can control who lives or dies is Yahweh Shem Yahshai, going to the main point of the lesson. The Lord is in control, not them, because he said no discharge in this war. They can't do nothing to fight about that, man. All right, and I'm going to close with this. In the book of Psalms, book of Psalms 16 and 1. Preserve me, O Yahweh, for in thee do I put my trust. O my soul, that has said unto the Lord, thou art my Lord, my goodness, extended not to thee. And I wanted to just get the first verse, but, it says, preserve me, O Yahweh, for in thee do I put my trust, showing that, yes, we